Hello everyone, my name is Arshawn, and I'll be reading to you The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywall and illustrations by Oliver Jeffers. The Day the Crayons Quit. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. Based on the title of our story, what do you all think the letters could contain in them? Hey Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. So here you can see where Duncan has drawn all these pictures with red. The fire engine, Santa Claus, apples, and strawberries. And you can also see right here how tired the red crayon is. He's even like sweating. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizard hats. But it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. So here you can see where Duncan has drew different things in the color purple. But if you zoom in, you can see that they're not the neatest things. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. I am beige and I am proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all of the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? You're beige, friend, Beige Crayon. So here you can see our beige crayon, and he's very sad. But looking at his picture, what is something that you can notice that is different compared to his picture compared to one of the pictures, such as the purple crayon? Duncan, Gray Crayon here, you're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things. Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know. So are tiny rocks, pebbles. How about one of those once in a while to give me a break? Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. And here you guys can see all the things and how much space Duncan has used coloring with his gray crayon. And you can also see he's very tiny compared to the other crayons because he's been used a lot. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page you are using me on. What color do you guys think that this crayon can be if he tells us that Duncan colors with him even though he's majority of the time the same color as the page? White. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or to fill an empty space between other things. And if it leaves me feeling, well, empty, we need to talk. Your empty friend, white crayon. So here you can see all the other crayons were like written on white paper. And this white crayon was written on black paper. And you can see like him on top of this paper. You only know he's there because you can kind of see his the eyes of the cat. And it says on the picture, White Cat in the Snow by Duncan. So really, you only knew he was there because Duncan wrote that it was a white cat. And you guys can even see the white crayon really. You just see his eyes and his gray bottom. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things. Things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other colors. How about a black beach ball sometimes? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. So here you can kind of see where Duncan is not Duncan's black crayon has kind of gave Duncan examples of how he could use him. So he's colored in a beach ball black. He's made a black rainbow. Dear Duncan, as green crayon, I am writing for two reasons. One is to say that I like my workloads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problem and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write, is for my friends, Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon, because they are driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. What was the difference between Green Crayon's letter and the other crayon's letter? He was actually happy to be writing Duncan, and while all the others weren't so happy with Duncan. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking. And I can prove I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun on your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal, and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon. So over here, you can barely even see Yellow's crayons writing. And it's not just because of the video. Like, I could barely see it when I was reading it. And over here, you can see where Yellow Crayon has put in a picture of where Duncan used him to draw. And also, you can see Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon. So who do you guys think will get a letter from next? Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you, but the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I'm clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday, you used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages and your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal and the real color of the sun, orange crayon. So here you can see where Duncan used the orange crayon to color the sun on 2 pages compared to when he used the yellow crayon only on 1 page. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year and the year before and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I'm so short and stubby. I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. Do you all have a crayon that you just fell in love with the color and you guys just continue to use him and use him? You always find like reasons to color with him? I think if I had to choose one, it would probably be like a peachy crayon. Duncan, okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color in her little princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job on staying inside the lines. Now back to us. Could you please use me sometime to color the occasional pink dinosaur, or monster, or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. So our blue crayon was complaining about being used too much, while our pink crayon is complaining about him not being used enough. Hey Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How could you? How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. So Peach Crayon was telling Duncan about how he done ripped off his crayon paper, and he's scared to leave the box because he doesn't have any clothes on. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color. And of course, he wanted his crayons to be happy. And that gave him an idea. I wonder what his idea could be. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. Do you all see any of these solutions that some of his crayons gave him advice for being put inside of this coloring picture? I'm going to tell you two that I see. I see that he used his purple crayon coloring this dragon. I'm trying to color his dragon. He isn't coloring outside of the lines. And he also used his pink crayon to make a dinosaur, it looks like. and an A for creativity. So he got an A for coloring and an A for creativity. The end. I have just finished reading The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywolf and illustrations by Oliver Jeffers.